host of its own channel, and Andres Meneses, one of top Latin America leader and host of TV with over 1 million followers. So let's welcome all of them. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. It's amazing to see that everyone showed up and that we can start this amazing talk. And I want to ask you, please give a big applause for both Andres and Quinten. Andres, what is it exactly that you do in the crypto space?
So, hi everyone, my name is Andres, I'm from Colombia, se habla español, Latino team. Guys, I am an advisor, investor for many companies in the Web3 arena, social media marketing expert and TV host. With Binance, it was a funny story because I started in 2017 as well, like Quinten, and I didn't know there was a referral link. So I was invited to Binance so many people, you know, from across the globe. Long story short, I became KOL for Binance. And like Quinten say, I like to just to bring the energy, bring people, connect people. That's what I do, and raise the awareness because it's one of the best companies to be together.
That sounds amazing as well, and it's really great to hear that you was already spreading the awareness and showing the love before any monetary incentive. And you quickly touched upon the word KOL. So internally we use the word KOL a lot, but it stands for Key Opinion Leader, but not a lot of people know what it exactly means. So Andres, what does a Key Opinion Leader, KOL, what does that mean for you?
So actually that word came to me when I became KOL for Binance. I didn't know it exists, you know. But yeah, it means Key Opinion Leader, that it does more than an influencer. So I respect influencers. I have so many friends that are influencers. However, they only do the marketing side. They just promote something for a reward, monetary reward. But Key Opinion Leader does more than that. It just spread awareness, educate their audience, and become really connected to the brand. It's not only for monetary purposes, it's also for community building and giving back to their audience something else.
Okay, so you're basically leading the opinion as well, right? And using your platforms and communities to do so. So. Andres, what would you say is the gap that the KOL can fulfill in the communities, maybe?
I think so. Based on my experience, you can do it through your own experience, through your own path. For example, I start to explain about cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies to my auntie and to my uncle and to my cousins. That was the first thing that I did. So the role that we do as a KOLs is not only spreading awareness and educating people, it goes way beyond. You have to understand that there is a gap in the market. Yeah, marketing is amazing. You know, you can do a lot of marketing, traditional marketing, but people now are following people. You know, people don't follow companies as such, they follow leaders. So as a KOL, if you become a good leader, they start to follow you, follow your ethos, follow your experience, your wisdom, and follow what you're doing. So I think so that's the gap that we feel.
Okay, and I can imagine that the communities in Latin America or Europe, for example, differ quite a lot, and also their interest. And the difference with Latin America, Andres, what would you say is the biggest difference? Is it mainly an investment tool as well, as Quinten just said?
So, yeah, I'm from Latin America, but I see the huge difference because I live between Europe and Dubai. So, but the main thing in Latin America, we use it as a tool to exchange property, let's call it like that. For example, I have friends right now that buy and sell cars and they only accept crypto. So I remember when I started 2016, it was for the monetary reward at the beginning. People didn't understand much about cryptocurrencies, so people start to buy crypto and that's it. But now, for example, Colombia, where I'm from, is the number 10 country in adoption. Okay, so it's amazing, but the only bad part that we don't have in Colombia, there is not enough resources for education from the government. We're working on it, but the adoption is there. And in general, in Latin America, there's so much inflation. You know, we have seen in Argentina and Venezuela, it's happening in Colombia right now. So people is backing up their wealth in crypto because Colombian peso, Argentina and Venezuela, the currency is every time is devaluating. So imagine you are not only fighting against the dollar, if not against your local inflation. So yeah, people use it like that in Latin America.
Yes, sounds like a logical development, right? High inflation, so people are looking for another way to store their own value, and they utilize it by spending it and using it to buy goods and transfer the value, of course, as well. And this also maybe addresses or potentially addresses the problem of the unbanked. Because Andres, you once told me that microloans are a really big thing in Latin America, right? And in Europe, it's not that commonly known or used even what a microloan is. So could you maybe explain in your own words what a microloan is?
So yeah, for example, in Latin America, some part of Africa, if you're unbanked and you don't have good credit line, you cannot get credit cards, or you cannot get a loan from a bank like it's normal in Europe. So there is some not traditional lenders, and these people are local people, you know, and they lend you money, but they can charge you up to 30% interest a month. So that happened to me and to my family and a couple of aunties. Sometimes we didn't have enough money to pay the rent in a month. So you borrow, I don't know, $1,000, but then you are paying $300 a month just interest plus the payment. So that's a huge problem in Latin America, especially these people that lend this kind of money. Sometimes they're not traditional, so you can get in trouble. And yeah, it's a crazy story. So what we're trying to do as a community is build different platforms so we can bring DeFi into the region, speaking to the governments, and you are not going to loan money from somebody not against a smart contract. So the one thing that we're doing, we're spreading education because the people need to get educated. But the second thing, you cannot explain DeFi and smart contracts and all of this to somebody that doesn't know anything. So we have to build all these platforms to make it seamless for the end user, but they can start to use cryptocurrency to borrow money against their smart contract. That we're working right now with the government as well.
Yes, so as quickly mentioned, the unbanked and also the microloans are not that common in Europe. And I think that a different hot topic here when it comes to blockchain technology is digital ownership, which you created, right? So Andres, you are a proud content creator. What do you think that digital ownership and maybe NFT technology will bring for you or other content creators?
So it's bringing a lot of light to the content creators, because before, many of us, we have to create so much content, but at the end of the day, that content doesn't belong to us. If the platform shut down, that's it. We only have the video, but we don't have all this audience that we had. So NFTs is changing this for the content creators. So we're still in early stage to implement this. There's a couple of companies that are trying to put this with blockchain, content creation, uploading videos, etc., etc. But once it's done, it's going to give back to the content creators what they really own. That is their imagination and all the video they have done of pictures and stuff. So people will feel more incentivized to start to create more content, because at the end of the day, it will belong to them, and they can sell it in the future to somebody else.
That's really interesting. So you can monetize creating content in additional ways. And you quickly touched upon social media, where people tend to spread a lot of content. And this also inspires a lot of, especially young people, I would say, to become an influencer, KOL, or celebrity themselves. So what would you say, or what would you say if somebody wants to be that person on the stage to go about this? What would your recommendation be, Andres?
So, like everything else, start from today. Like, for example, 5 years ago, I didn't have any content. I didn't know what I was talking about. I was just explaining what I learned that day. So I'm also still learning. Like, even though I'm here 5 years, but it has been a long path. You have to work hard. So the best way to break through social media is not only creating content and not teaching something that you know already. So if you are new into crypto, don't get discouraged because you see somebody with millions of followers and all this community, because you never know. Only take one person to start a community. So that's very important. So, but there has to be a lot of dedication and hard work. It's not easy, but it's worth it.
So it's really hard working and keep persistence and continue, basically. But it's also a funny story that you once told me on how you yourselves got started in all of this.
So yeah, my story, as I said, like 5 years ago, I started to upload some videos. It was funny because I was doing a lot of social media, but I was creating content for free. I didn't want any incentive until somebody from Binance told me, Andres, but you're a KOL. I said, no, I know. She said, yeah, you have 1 million followers, you are verified, you're a KOL. So that's how I start. So I start with a couple of videos, sharing a couple of stories, and then suddenly I didn't know what was a KOL, and I became one.
Yeah, so it can go really fast if you go, for instance, viral with some content indeed. But then there are also some potential pitfalls for new influencers, KOLs, or celebrities. Andres, do you exactly experience the same in this?
So yeah, for me, the path as a KOL has been amazing, but also have downsides. Like people see the glamour and the high points in the life, but they don't know all the dedication, the hard work, sacrifices, endless nights without sleeping. Yeah, it's hard work. And also the other part that I get so many impersonators. So when you become a very known name, I get 2 accounts per day creating on my name. So I had to tell everybody, like, it's not me, I'm not going to ask for funds or to invest in a project. I will never send you my wallet to send me money. So it's the thing of impersonators. I think so everybody know only as a KOL, people that work in corporate as well within cryptocurrency, and they have the Twitter account, they have this. But that's the downfall, and also haters, but it's normal. Saying something that Quentin was saying, Dior is very important. Do your own research. I think so that's the most important. As a community, that's what we have to do. Like, to fill the gap that there is no there, we are responsible for our audience. Tell them, look, every week, this is what I'm doing. It is not an investment, it's just, we're going to give you some advice. And also, if you see something that's not right, just tell the community as well. And between us, we can help each other. If you are just new in crypto, just have somebody next to you that have a little bit more experience. I think that's the best way. And don't believe everything that you see on social media, you know? Yeah, we have Instagram. It's a great platform. People see me there traveling and stuff. They don't know the hard work. But then you can go into Twitter and see I have tweeted 1,000 times talking about crypto. So do your own research. And if you want to become a KOL, be ready, you get impersonators, but it's good fun. When you have good energy around you, that will motivate you to keep going, and then you ending up in one stage educating as many people. You need only one to start, and then you can spread the word to more people.
Andres, is there anything that you want to add to this recommendation for the fans?
Guys, just use this time to learn from everybody here. You don't know how lucky you are to be here. And obviously, we are lucky to have you. But this is probably one of the best events that I've been. This is how you start to build community. I start with 1, 2 people doing presentations. And now, if you want to become more knowledgeable and create your own community, introduce yourself to the person on the right and the left, and let's spread the word. Let's help each other. That's how you help the community.
I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate that you both share your knowledge with everyone on a continuous basis, both online and offline in events like this. So everyone, please give it up one more time for my buddies over here, Andres and Quentin.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.